Okay, next let's add the interior doors. So I'm going to place an interior door right here, one here, and then one over here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's zoom in, starting here, offset by 100. So the door should be 100 millimeters away from an adjacent door. Spacebar to end the offset command. Spacebar to restart the offset command. And this time, I'm going to offset it by 760, which is the opening size. Okay, there you go. And then I'm going to now hit spacebar to end the offset command, TR, spacebar, and start trimming. Okay, so I'm going to trim this. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this as well. Okay, and trim that and trim this. Spacebar to end the trim command. I'm going to select this and these two right here and hit the delete key. And from here, I am going to create the door jamb. So I'm going to say offset by 50, offset this by 50, up by 50 down, and 50 to the right, and this one 50 to the left. Spacebar to end the offset command. TR to start the trim command. I'm going to trim this. Okay, trim that. So clean up and then trim this. Okay, I got the opening. This time, hit spacebar to end. Create a line. I'm going to create the door. Okay, this door is 660 in length. Okay, spacebar to end. Offset this by 30. Okay, spacebar to end the line offset command, and then L spacebar start the line command. Okay, close that off. Spacebar to end the line command, and then spacebar to start the line command again. There you go. So I now have a door panel. I'm just going to add an arc, A, spacebar to start the arc command, C, spacebar to select the center. So again, this is the center, and my arc goes counterclockwise. So I should start here. Oops, counterclockwise is this way. So that is actually clockwise. Escape. A, sometimes it gets confusing. C, okay, do that again. And I should actually start here. Sorry about that. And right there. Since I have one, I can now just copy this, right? Copy this right here and somewhere there. So I'm just going to say copy this, okay? Copy this. I need one right here, but I want it flipped, okay? And then I'm going to copy one here. I need this mirrored, okay? So hit the escape key to cancel. Let's start with this one, okay? I'm going to mirror this. MI is the shortcut key for mirror. Select this, okay? Nothing else to select, space bar. And then the mirror line will be anywhere here. Doesn't really matter, right? I just want to mirror that drawing. So make sure it's straight. There you go. Do I want to delete? Yes, of course. I don't want that one there. Okay, now I need to offset this by 100. Offset by 100. Okay, offset this here. Okay, and then extend that using the trim command. Oh, before I do that, let me delete this. Finally, I think I've decided that I don't need that. So I'll delete that. And then I can trim this. Okay, trim this. Now I have this line, right? Now, all I need to do is place this, so space bar to end the trim command, and then move this in place. So M is the shortcut key. Move all of this from, okay, midpoint to, okay, be careful. Do remember that you have that extra line or lines on the end of the, okay, so it will actually duplicate this existing line right here. Okay, so just take note of that. So I have a duplicate copy of this line. Okay, so what do? I'm just going to erase one of those lines and hit spacebar, and I only have one line. It's always good practice to not duplicate lines, okay? Now that I have this, I can now trim TR, trim this, and trim that. And likewise, trim this and that, and trim this, okay? So by making a copy, it was easy for me to add a door right here. Now let's add a door this way. This time I'm going to mirror it the other or along its side. So mirror MI. Okay, I'm going to mirror all of this. Okay, from here, right? So, and yes, I want to delete the source object. There you go. Likewise, I need to know where the 1 meter is, or 100 millimeter is. So offset O space bar, type 100, and that will be, is that 100? Looks too small for 100. Let's do that again. O space bar, it's just 10. Okay, 100. Now, learning from the first, right, operation that we did here, I actually did not want to extend this anymore. Or do I? I think I do. Okay, so, well, let's just create another line. So I have the midpoint because I need the midpoint. That's the reason, right? But this time I can say move, right? I'm going to move all of this, and I'm going to remove this. So how do I do that? If I hold down the uh, shift key and click on that, that line becomes or will not become part of the selection set. So hold down the shift key and click, and that gets removed from the selection set. Okay, and then space bar, click the midpoint. I do need the midpoint of that line, and then place it here. Okay, so now there's no duplicate for this line. So that's good. I can then delete that line, delete this line. I don't need it anymore. And then say trim, trim this, trim those, trim that, and trim this to right here. Okay, that completes the drawing of the doors. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do need 6 doors. So actually, I might need to add a room here so I can add a door. Okay, so I'll do that, and let's actually do that quickly. So line, right? So this will be my line, and then I'm just going to trim, extend this, or I'm just going to add a line instead. So line from here to there. So that's already 125. Now, should I make it so that it's at the center? I think not, right? I'd like to maintain this, flat, right? Aligned to each other. So I'm just going to uh, trim, trim this, right? And trim that. Okay, so, wow. Okay, so this one is a separate line. So that's not actually good. So I'll delete that. See, I don't want two lines along the same path. So I'm just going to trim and then hold down the shift key and just keep extending this. Okay, there you go. And then from here, I can now, let's say, I'll make a line here. So I need that line because I need the midpoint of that line. And I'm just going to make a copy of this. So copy of this. And I'm adding this as part of that selection set. Okay. And I'll show you why. I'll copy from the midpoint, right? So I actually need that 100 millimeter and I need to place that there. Remember, I placed a line here. So I'm now able to get the midpoint. There you go. Okay. And then I can delete that line. I don't need it. And then I can now, so I have that 100. So very good. So I'm just going to trim this, and these lines. Okay. Okay. And then I don't need to trim that. And I have another door. So now I'm compliant. I have 3 rooms, I suppose. This will be my living, dining, right? And then I have 6 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.